Well, welcome back, everyone. As you know, last night we did extensive coverage of Hillary Rodham Clinton's book signing at Northshire Books. And we couldn't help but notice when we put up the video that there was this guy standing in the background, all grinning. And lo and behold, there he is. See him over there to the left? Nice sport jacket on there. And lo and behold, that person is sitting right next to me. He's a friend of mine, Chris Morrow, the owner of Northshire Books. So welcome, Chris.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Nice to have you here. So look, you have a very unique perspective on what happened yesterday. And I can't help but ask you just three basic questions, and I know our viewers would love to hear the answers. How did this come about?
Well, it really came about because of our relationship with Simon & Schuster, the publisher. You know, at the annual trade show in New York in May, they invited about 50 or 60 booksellers to a small event with Hillary Clinton, and she spoke for a few minutes, and then we each got our picture taken with her, and so that was like a primer, the beginning of her tour. Right. And right after that, I put in a proposal to the publisher about why she should come to Saratoga Springs and how we could host a good event and all that sort of thing. And fortunately, they agreed, and here she is.
You know, I can't imagine, you put those proposals out. You know, Chris and I both own our business, and we're both small businesses. And you put those proposals out. How about when it came back and said, yeah, we'd like to do it?
Oh, it was very exciting. It was.
Of course,
yeah.
All right, so you get the news that you've been selected and you're going to do this. What about the preparation? We were here early yesterday morning, roads blocked off, a lot of security. Let's face it, you're talking about a former First Lady and former Secretary of State and a potential presidential candidate.
Right.
So they were not taking any chances.
They certainly were not. And this event was unique because we only had a couple of weeks. We only really found out 2 or 3 weeks ago that she was even coming. So. And they have their advanced team. The Secret Service had multiple people coming through, Hillary Clinton's people, multiple layers of those folks coming through, and then the local police. And so there was a lot of logistics, and things were changing all the time. The location of where she would be sitting, what we had to do, where she would come in the building, what part of the building had to be secure and closed off at a certain time. The windows had to be papered over so there was no line of sight to her. People had to be wanded and cleared, and there was dog sniffers coming through the building multiple times looking for bombs, and so there was a lot going on. It was not your typical author event.
No, it wasn't. And you have great author events, by the way. But you're right, when you bring in someone like that, and let's face it, in the day and age we're living in, those are precautions you need to take. Usually they also like to enter from an internal garage or something, and I noticed that they had blocked off where we even put our cars, so that they could have access to that garage.
Right.
All again in the name of security, better safe than sorry, right?
Right. No one was allowed to enter or leave the building from the garage while she was here and all that sort of thing.
And she was very accommodating. We covered it, as you know, camera guy was there. And also my wife got her book signed and got to meet her and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Politics aside, it's nothing to do with politics. This is a major global celebrity and someone that's had a great influence on the world. Like it or not, it's not the point.
Right.
And here she was in Saratoga at your bookstore for an event. One last question, Chris, your impressions of it?
Oh, it was so much fun. It really was. The best thing for me was just listening to all the comments from people coming through the line. They were just so genuinely enthusiastic and grateful to her for being a role model for women and just for her policies and her work, public service, a lifetime of public service. And we had little teeny kids up to a 98-year-old woman there, and it was just a lot of good feeling. And so that was the most fun for me. Plus having her there. I have 2 daughters, 10 and 12 years old. And so they look up to someone like that as a role model, and so that was really special for us. And the book is quite engaging. I expected it to be, kind of a dry political memoir type of thing, and it's actually not. It's quite an engaging book about her time as Secretary of State and all the geopolitical machinations and our role in the world, the United States' role in the world, and how it's shifting in different directions, and it's a fascinating read.
Well, you know what? We got the book and we got it signed, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And again, congratulations. I love seeing you in the background in the picture there, and I knew you were in town then, so I really wanted to reach out to you and come in. And look, this August, like us, our first anniversary, Northshire Books is celebrating their first anniversary in Saratoga in August. So make sure you stop in, because I know you have a bunch of special events going on, always great guest authors and the like, and it's your birthday, your anniversary.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
It's great to see you as always, Chris.
You too.
Okay. Hey, see this interview again? Head to our website, looktvonline.com.